Have you ever felt like your stress about money is affecting more than just your wallet? The truth is, your money stress might be doing more damage than you think. Financial stress does not only affect your wallet, it also affects your physical, your mental, your relationships, and even the decisions that you make. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 7 signs that your money stress might be affecting other things. Sign number 1, feeling of hopelessness. This is a big one because when money stress lasts for so long, sometimes people tend to feel hopeless and wonder, is all this gonna ever work? Is my money problems gonna end? And when we feel hopeless, people tend to get very depressed and then they just stop trying over and over again because they feel like, what all that they have been doing is not working. So it leads to hopelessness. So number 2, relationship tension. It is said that money is the number 1 cause of divorce according to a survey. And money problems are often the things that often causes the couples to argue more than any other arguments that they have in their relationship, be it about spending, the way they're gonna save, the debt payment. Maybe one couple came with a lot of debt into the marriage, how they're gonna invest. So a lot of argument is said that it's caused by money in a relationship. And according to a study in 2024 conducted by American Association of Marriage and Family Therapy, they found that 56% of couples said that their relationships, the main cause of their argument is money. So this is a big one because this is a person that you're living together, and if money is constantly the cause of your arguments, so it's always affecting you and the way you live. So number 3, constant worry and anxiety. Sometimes, we tend to find people constantly thinking about money. You're anxious, every time a bill comes, you check your mail. You don't even want to open the bills because you don't even want to see what is there. The phone calls that sometimes we try to avoid because let's say you have a bill that is behind and you haven't even paid and you're thinking, who is calling me? Is it the creditors? Is it the people that I owe money? So the financial stress usually causes a lot of anxiety, it causes a lot of worry, and it's just like chronic. So number 4, poor sleep. It is said, like when you are having a lot of stress about money, it is even hard to sleep because you're tossing and you're turning and you're thinking, how am I going to put food on the table for my children? Or how am I going to pay my mortgage? Or you're worried, am I going to lose my job with today's economy where people are losing their jobs right and left because sometimes maybe because you don't have enough money saved up. So lack of sleep, and when we lack sleep, it affects other parts of our bodies because when our body do not get enough sleep, our immune system decreases, and when that decreases, it affects our physical health. This is where we get all other diseases. So poor sleep is a big one, and it's said that financial stress is one of the leading causes of insomnia, especially in this nation. Number 5, physical symptoms. Financial stress can lead to physical symptoms like headaches, muscle tension, increased heart rate, digestive issues, your mind almost like a panic attack. So watch out for that because you don't want to have that. Number 6, emotional eating or unhealthy coping. Most of the time you find that when people are under financial stress, they tend to, if you're a drinking person, they tend to drink, overeating, over drinking. The other thing they do, I've heard people say, is I'm going therapy shopping. They are using money that they do not have to overcome what they're feeling, but they're not realizing that you're going shopping, you don't have the money, but then when that bill comes, it does feel good right then when you're picking up, when you're using your credit cards, when you're using your store cards, when you're trying all these things, you're feeling all good about it. But then when the dust settles and you're gonna be paying that bill, it's like, whoa, now you have already added more stress on the stress that you already have. So That is really a habit that usually happens a lot, and we just have to watch for that. Number 7 is irritability or mood swings. Have you ever felt like sometimes you don't have the money and somebody asks you something and you snap? Let's say your child, you know that you don't have the money, and your child comes to you and you're like, they haven't even said what they want, and you're thinking that they're gonna be asking for something and you snap. Or there's a field trip that is coming up, you don't have the money, and they're asking you for money and you don't even want to say you don't have the money, or they keep asking, am I gonna go for that field trip, and you don't have the money, and it gets to you and you snap right out of it. Let's say you have a washer or a dryer that breaks down, or your car breaks down, and you're like, oh my goodness, so you get now snappy because you're like, how am I gonna handle this? So what can we do about all these things? The key is really learning how to handle our finances and facing our numbers. Most of the time I find that when we have these financial stresses, it's because sometimes, it's not like we're bad with money management, and it's fine, we haven't even been taught about money management, but it's because sometimes, we're spending sometimes way beyond our means. Sometimes I know, like, even with what's going on, the economy, our paychecks are shrinking, but whatever our expenditures are just, our money is not going as far as we can. So it's just facing our numbers. Open those bank accounts, because I find that sometimes people don't even open their bank accounts or even the bank statement to see where is my money going. And if you're in the process of paying debt, even if it's $10, $20 that you're being able to pay, celebrate all those moments and everything that you're doing for yourself financially without feeling overwhelmed. So instead of thinking I can't do anything about all this, or trying to ask what else can I do about my finances, you can do these 3 simple things. And these are, face your numbers. Look at the numbers. Look at where your finances are going. Do not ignore your bank account, looking at your bank account. Do not ignore opening those bank statements. Look at them, dig through it, see where your finances are going, and then change your self-talk. Instead of like saying maybe I'm bad with money, talk to yourself something positive, with I'm learning to make better money decisions. And the 3rd one is celebrate your small wins. If you have been able to pay your debts, or you pay your bills every month, just celebrate that. If you are able to pay a $20 bill, a debt that you owed, celebrate that. Those small wins create the momentum. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comment which of these signs have you experienced, or what steps are you taking today to make sure that the financial stress is not causing you all these things in your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.